A negative look at the music biz. Chapter 1. The bad part of the music biz are greed, ego, and stage fright. My critique of the mainstream music industry. 1. Music is the universal language. Everybody likes one kind of music or another. The problem is that a lot of it is pop culture indoctrination. A lot of people don't really like music for its purity as a medium of freedom, joy, peace, bliss, and transcendence. They are indoctrinated by the mainstream music biz as to what's supposedly cool and good, which is one of the reasons I'm pretty well turned off to it, but it's there, it's dominant, so I will cover it in this book because that's my job. I won't criticize the so-called top 20 pablum on music TV and pop chart radio stations beyond this chapter here because it's not my place to. I've already trashed mainstream pop culture entertainment in some of my other books by stating that instead of people seeking to discover who they are as original individuals then living by it, many simply plug into pop culture entertainment to fill themselves up and live their lives as generic, brainwashed, pop culture clones. To criticize the pop culture entertainment industry may make me seem like I hate music, but I don't. I love music. It's just that I'm not brainwashed as to what's supposedly cool, fly, and off the hook in the moment. In my opinion, most of the pop music released in the past 15 years is not real music in the glorious, aesthetic sense that music is supposed to be. It's cloned, manufactured crap with everybody copying what everybody else is doing on the top 20 charts. It's like an elite club. There is no rhyme nor reason as to why the major record labels choose a handful of people to market and promote such that they become the cool in-crowd pop stars of the music scene for a moment, and all the other artists, many of whom have musical abilities that are superior to what this in-crowd creates, are shut out. Many great musicians fall by the wayside this way, while some flakes get manufactured into pop stars. It's just part of the injustice of the world, but what really gets me is how the people of the world can be that stupid to fall for it. Somebody once said, "Don't underestimate the stupidity of the American public." I think it's got something to do with the sheeple effect. Most people aren't strong enough to stand on their own, so they go with the crowd and do whatever they're told by the mainstream pop culture marketing machine because they want to look cool to others, and you're supposedly cool if you act as though the music on the top 20 radio stations is cool even if it's crap. Music videos are a marketing ploy created by the mainstream music industry geared to indoctrinate young people and fill them up with images of what is cool and off the hook such that they become eternal consumers, aspiring to imitate what they see in these images on the box because they want to be perceived as cool too. To me, the entire industry of music videos is like a bunch of adolescent kids doing an art project. They have fun doing all kinds of wacky, weird things, but at the end of the day, when all is said and done, it is what it is, a bunch of meaningless, useless crap. Yet to most so-called, young, happening people, it's like the emperor has no clothes phenomena. All the stupid, brainwashed people act like music videos are on the cutting edge of what's cool in life because everybody else is acting that way, when underneath the facade, to an objective outsider looking in, it's all a bunch of frivolous, meaningless stupidity. Yet it just goes to show you how powerful the music networks are and how gullible many young people are in buying into this crap as cool shit. To me, it looks like a bunch of self-centered narcissists full of themselves, prancing around, acting like frivolous airheads. It's not art, something that inspires me or makes me feel good. It's just a bunch of random images, a bunch of overrated punks put together masquerading as an art form. I like music video parodies Mad TV used to make. They showed how stupid those music videos are. It seems kind of unseemly to me, people making ridiculous music videos over here that cost lots of money to make, while over there, some kid is starving or can't get basic medicine. There's no standard of reality. Some people would argue that it's escapism, but to me it's manufactured escapism. If I want escapism, I go for a swim at the lake or for a walk in nature. I have never seen one music video that takes me away to some mythical, magical, transcendent place. I just see punks prancing around thinking they're the cock of the walk, all that and then some. When PBS does a show where they're showing the coastline of Ireland and put some background music to it, that's fine because the focus is on the video footage. The music is just an afterthought. It's not like music videos where the focus is supposed to be on the music. When I want to be entertained, I want something with either inspirational value, transcendent value, or masterpiece artistic value. Music videos don't cut it. To me, they're just random images created by a bunch of flakes masquerading as artists. What exactly is watching a music video supposed to do for me? Is it supposed to make me feel good, bring me to a level of transcendence, inspire me to do great things, show me how advanced and special some people are out there that create this stuff, or temporarily free me from the mundanity of the human condition? To me, the images are so random and devoid of any meaning that they not only do nothing for me aesthetically or spiritually, but to watch them would be a complete waste of time. They don't even entertain me. Music videos are worse than just mindless, useless entertainment because they're mind and soul pollution. They warp impressionable people's minds as to what's cool, fly, and off the hook. In my opinion, they're part of the downfall of the moral fiber and the power of rugged individualism in the Western world, because a lot of people allow themselves to get brainwashed by all this crap. I usually listen to music when I work out, relax, or when I use recreational substances. It's an audio medium to me. It either stands on its own as music to either move me, inspire me, or make me feel great, or it doesn't. There are no video images there to pollute my appreciation of it. We live in a capitalist world. The music video networks are huge advertising, indoctrinating tools for the companies that market product to the youth, and they're slick enough to do it all subtly, making it seem like the youth are freely choosing what they market at them because they're special, happening individuals cool enough to buy what the corporate heads want them to buy, whilst thinking they are freely choosing these things themselves. Such is the state of our corporate world, and most of our young people and stupid, older people don't even know they're being massively brainwashed like that. If you want to be really cool, stop watching all those brainwashing music video networks and live by the pure inspiration you feel in your own soul. If you're a musician, strive to create your own music rather than just imitating what all the other clones do. How many young people have the guts to do that? That's why I can't stand the mainstream music industry with all its manufactured pop stars. My critique of the mainstream music industry too. I like great music because it helps the soul soar, but there is very little. The occasional song moves me. It helps me run faster for a minute, lift more weight, dance around when I catch a buzz, and feel free and high. I love to dance freely to good music, but I don't find it much in the mainstream top 40. Lucky for me, the internet has enabled me to find true beauty, true artists, and great music even if it is not in the mainstream rotation. Music has to have some semblance of transcendence to it in order to transcend the mundane and the ordinary. That's the point of music, but you wouldn't know it listening to most of the crap being created masquerading as music. Music is one of the pathways to the soul, as I've discussed in one of my other books, but great music generally ain't in the mainstream top 40. That's a bunch of crap created by capitalists trying to make money. The true purpose of music is to try to help people reach levels of transcendence and freedom in their lives. That's what a true musician does, aspires to help people feel good to great good by the power of a beautiful melody, or to capture some social tragedy like the Woody Guthrie, Pete Seeger type songs. A Righteous Brothers song makes me feel romantic for a minute. The song Memories makes me feel nostalgic for the old days for a minute. I remember biking while listening to Meat Loaf's Rock and Roll Dreams back in the day when I was young and strong. I felt high and euphoric. MJ's We Are the World makes me feel like kissing all my brethren in the brotherhood and sisterhood of humanity. These are examples of good to great songs, but the problem is that there are very few of them next to all the songs ever created. Most music to me is like generic crap, so what? I forget it as soon I've consumed it. It means nothing. Brian Wilson of Beach Boys fame said in an interview that the music of the past 15 years is missing something. He's right. It doesn't have the melody, simplicity, soul, or craftsmanship of earlier music. Doo-wop is much purer as straight music without embellishments than some of that crap they're putting out these days, even with all their technology. The mainstream music biz is not about the music as much as it is about marketing cool-looking people to try to give the biggest music consumers, young people under 25, somebody to look up to as a cool person or cool band in order to imitate and identify with these people. Most young people don't have strong identities. The music industry exploits this by giving them this fake community of so-called cool people so that they can feel like they belong somewhere. If it was really about the music, older, 50-ish musicians would be having hits in the top 10, but most of the older musicians who were hot stuff 20 or 30 years ago can't get a mainstream record contract now because they're too old for the cool image. If you do any research, you'll find an endless line of musicians who were pop stars 10 or more years ago still active in the music biz, but they don't have big record contracts. They're making CDs on their own which they can't market in a big way because they don't have the big record deal with a big company to promote them. It's kind of funny because they're better musicians than the pop stars currently topping the charts, but it doesn't matter. It's the image that counts. If you don't believe me, tune into any music video TV network. There are very few people there over 32 years old. I could name some names of these older musicians who I've seen that are still around kicking it, but I won't because it's not my place to say they've come down in stature. It's just a fact of the music biz. The best musicians don't get top billing. The current trendy ones do. It's a disgrace to true musicians and true music lovers. Just go on concert or nightclub websites and you'll see plenty of musicians from yesteryear playing nightclubs, college campuses, and other small venues, while some of the acts filling big stadiums are shameless and talentless. Nothing much new in the current top 40 jumps out at me as being great. It's all the same generic crap repeated over and over again. They can manufacture anything to be a hit. Just blast it on TV and radio over and over and have the disc jockeys say how cool it is even if it's horrible. When I saw that skanky video, I think was done from the soundtrack of the movie Moulin Rouge, Lady Marmalade, or something like that, I thought what a disgrace for people trying to be real musicians. It was shameless self-exploitation. They had no idea how tacky they looked. They were that brainwashed to think they were being cool. Softcore porn has replaced musical talent as the staple of the music video. If I want to see naked women, there's plenty of porn around. If I want to see music that stands on its own away from glitter, where is it? I don't watch music videos. They detract from the music. Almost every music video ever made looks like it was created by a high school art class with that naive, adolescent mindset of random images that all added up together mean nothing. Hip-hop, image over substance. Where's the melody? One night I had my TV on in the background as I always do while I work on my computer. Some show came on, bet about the history of the hip-hop movement. I wanted to watch it to see what it was all about. All through this show the major thought I had was the emperor has no clothes. They were parading all these people as advanced, genius hip-hop stars, and to me, an outsider looking in, it looked like a bunch of talentless crap next to objective standards of what music is, yet millions of brainwashed blacks and some whites fall for it because they're so starved to feel like they belong somewhere that they pretend there's a valid form of music called hip-hop, which is not really music, just straight, meaningless crap elevated to the artificial status of cool music. Some of what they say is valid, but it's prose. It belongs at a poetry slam, a social protest, or in a left-wing magazine article, not called music because it's just text. There's no pleasant-sounding music behind it. Millions fall for it to try to fill up some emptiness in their lives, to feel like they belong to some community of cool blacks and funky whites. Get real. There are objective standards of what music is. It has to have some kind of melody. It just ain't there despite all the hype about Jay-Z and Puffy as some kind of genuices. It's all brainwash. Do you think Snoop gives a damn about you, or does he care more about his image as the most mother badass rapper and coolest guy around, in other words, a superstar legend in his own mind? Puff Daddy or P. Diddy says he's out to help people, so he introduces just what the world needs, another brand of vodka. That's not exactly helping the community, and it's not exactly an original product. All vodka is the same except for the brand and the advertising. What about iced tea? He sold out to the man, left all his homies behind for life on TV. He's looking out for number one just like you should look out for your number one and not get sucked into thinking there's some community of brothers out there in Rapland who got your back because they don't. They got their nice houses and they don't want you near them. That's disrespect to you, but it's the way life works. Almost everybody sells out to the man for a comfortable life. Once they make their money, they're gone. They don't care about the plebeies back in the hood anymore. That's the true test of community character, who stays to help their friends. Know what I'm saying, dog? Be true to yourself, not some stupid image you saw on TV about some phony cool guy acting like he's king of the world. Got it going on big time. It's all showbiz. The bottom line is always money. Underneath the glitter, everyone is human. They all age. Most of them get soft and lose whatever they once had except for the few toughest ones. Peace out, you all. Music critic websites. We need professional music critics to sort through the crap to tell us what's good, but some of them are brainwashed too. They'll hype up what they think is supposed to be cool. The comments on music forums and chat rooms might be the truth, but most of them are put up by aimless young people looking to connect with something. I don't read them. Check the music magazines. If a music journalist's reviews suck, the fans will get rid of him. artsjournal.com/critics. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/masanori_ito_left_music_critic right parenthesis. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/music_critic. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/paul_rappaport_left parenthesis music_critic right parenthesis. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/tim_page_left parenthesis music_critic right parenthesis. entertainment.timesonline.co.uk/tol/arts_and_entertainment/music. filmmusiccritics.org, Film Music Critics Association. harpers.org/subjects/music critics. lawweekly.com/authors/l-a-weekly-music-critics. mccanna.org, Music Critics Association of North America. metacritic.com/music. music.monstersandcritics.com. music-critic.ca. music-critic.com. musicemissions.com, Alternative Music Review. projo.com/music. slate.com. soundtrack.net. theristisnoise.com. wikimedia.org/wiki/category:music_critics. wikipedia.org/wiki/music_critic. Performance anxiety, stage fright. This type of anxiety afflicts musicians, actors, athletes, performing artists, teachers, people making presentations, people taking tests, managers and leaders in business, and anyone who has to speak in public. momsteam.com/alpha/features/performance_anxiety.html. performanceanxiety.com. performance-anxiety.com. performancecoaching.co.za. performanceinstitute.com. social-anxiety.com.